Good day, everyone. My name is Aizan Balana from Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. Global Education and Global Teacher. One is a competent teacher who is armed with enough skills, appropriate attitude, and universal values to teach students with both time-tested as well as modern technologies in education in any place in the world. He or she is someone who thinks and acts both locally and globally with worldwide perspectives, right in the communities where he or she is situated. James Becker in 1982 defined global education as an effort to help the individual learners to see the world as a single and global system and to see themselves as participant in that system. It is a school curriculum that has a worldwide standard of teaching and learning. Global education is all about diversity, understanding the differences and teaching the different cultural groups in order to achieve the goals of global education as presented by the United Nations. Global education addresses the need of the smallest schools to the largest classroom in the world. It responds to borderless education that defies distance and geographical location. Now, let us discuss UNESCO's or UNESCO's 5 pillars of education. They then organize their approach to personalized learning with 5 pillars related to teaching and learning. Generative and their disciplinary curriculum is understanding that students, community, and teachers work together to develop or create in the moment learning experiences. Multi-age learning community. Through this process, each grade is taught by the teacher separately while the other grades work on their own. Habits of mind. Through understanding the habits of mind is reaching for information and making critical connection to arrive or to conclusion, it is truly learning. Place-based learning. It boosts students' achievement and improve environmental, social, and economic viability. And last, collaborative teaching and learning. It involves pupils working together on activities or learning tasks in a group small enough to ensure that everyone participates. Now, these 5 pillars are linked together by a social constructivist approach to individual learning and the social constructionist approach to the development of learning communities that significantly influences how students learn or how faculty and staff support their learning. According to a social constructivist approach, learning is an active social process, an individual acquisition of new knowledge and skills, is heavily influenced and supported by the social environment in which the learning occurs. Students make meaning from their experiences by being actively engaged with others and the environment in which they are situated, rather than passively receiving information from their professions or text. Now, learning to know. Number one, learning to know the development of skills and knowledge needed to function in this world, e.g., formal acquisition of literacy, numeracy, critical thinking, and general knowledge. Number two, learning to do, DO, the acquisition of applied skills linked to professional success. Number three, learning to live together, the development of social skills and values such as respect and concern for others, and the appreciation of cultural diversity. Number four, learning to be, the learning that contributes to a person's mind, body, and spirit. Skills include creativity and formal personal recovery, acquired through reading the internet and activities such as sports and arts. And last, learning to transform oneself and society. When individuals and groups gain knowledge, develop skills, and acquire new values as a result of learning, they are equipped with tools and mindsets for creating lasting change in a organization, communities, and societies. Now let's move on to the basic education and higher education of the assigned country. Basic education, preschool to senior high, and higher uh, education college. The Singaporean education system provides primary, secondary, and tertiary education like here in the Philippines and other countries. And the preschool in Singapore are run by private sector, community, and religious bodies. Educational schools all registered with a MOE. It is more of an introductory preparatory pass where the children are introduced to the idea of a classroom, teachers, and friends. So, primary school education in Singapore is a 6-year compulsory and free education that begins at the age of 6 years. Just like here in the Philippines, in the first 4 years, called 1 P1 to P4, also recognized as the foundation stage. The main focus is to developing the language and numerical skills. At the end of primary 6, all students must sit on the primary school leaving exam called PSLE. Scores decided the students' ability and their competency for secondary education. Next is secondary education school. Based on PSLE scores, students are put in either normal or special or express course, so learning to N level and or O level education respectively in 4 years. Secondary schools include subjects such as English, the mother tongue, mathematics, science, and the humanities. And last, the higher education in Singapore. In Singapore is managed and administered by the Ministry of Education. After completion of 12 years of school education, is equivalent student proceed to pursue college program. So, junior colleges and centralized institutes act as a preparatory school for higher education and offer 2 years or 3 programs, so resulting the GCE A learning examination. So, polytechnics, on the other hand, so have the intention of education middle level professionals in technical and economic fields with the program ending with an advanced diploma. Singapore's Higher Education Institute equips students with the knowledge and skills imperative to work in the industry. Lastly, the salient feature of their educational system. Singapore education system does not hang on the grades and expects students to excel beyond academics. Not more on academical, so it does not matter how well students know their theories and how higher their grades are if they do not know to apply themselves. The curriculum is designed in such a way that equal amount of attention is given to each subject it, and it is spaced out and until alternative in such a way that students do not get mentally exhausted. Coupled of the with curricular activities, teacher motivates students to go beyond their comfort zone and engage themselves in higher order thinking. Teacher this in Singapore, they focus more on the students comfort zone, what students want. what students comfortable with, and uh, it is all about the students learning. Teachers have to undergo performance assessments to ensure that they are consistently competent enough to each students. That's all. Thank you very much.